Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on New 6 Plus. I'm meteorologist Christian Palacio. Today is Sunday, January 18th, 2026. Now, we have a few things to talk about for today. We're going to have a very strong cold front. It's going to be bringing in some showers, some wind, and also some colder temperatures, something that we've only gotten barely less than a day, barely a day and a half to get a break of from those colder temperatures. But let's go ahead and dive on in on what we're going to be expecting. So today we have those winds right now. Some of the winds are still from coming from the south and southwest, but it is shifting to the northwest. That's about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And wind gusts will be about 35 to 45 miles per hour. So it's definitely going to be a windy day today. Now, with that front passing by, scattered showers are expected across the area, mainly for our northern areas. And what's left is going to be temperatures in the 20s and 30s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our radar looks like right now. So, as you can see, we have some scattered showers that's moving through portions of Marion County and even a little bit into portions of Sumter County. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can zoom on in here for just a moment as I go ahead and take the cursor. There we go. All right. So you see, we're taking a closer look here. Much of Marion County is getting some of those showers at the moment. And we are going to see roughly how much rain has fallen already, because I think Marion County has had some of the shower activity for the last few hours. So we're going to go ahead and check out how much rain has roughly fallen. Okay, so this is looks like it's about a trace. Let me take this little cursor here. Yeah, it looks like it's only been about a trace. Closer to the Alachua County line, looks like it's more about zero point zero 0.07 inches, zero point zero 0.03 inches. For the rest of us, even in Sumter County and Lake County, just about a trace. So certainly not been a whole lot of rain, and that is to be expected. I'm not expecting there to be a complete washout with this front as it's coming through at the moment, but something that some of us will be seeing some of that shower activity as the day moves on. Looking at our downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera, you could see it's pretty cloudy out there. We're currently sitting at 73 degrees, and look at those winds. It's already coming in a lot stronger, about south southwest, 18 miles per hour. For the rest of us, about 73 in Orlando, 75 degrees in Kissimmee, 70 in Claremont, and 75 degrees in Titusville. But if you notice, if you look towards northwest of I-4, the village is already sitting at 61 degrees, 54 in Wildwood, and 52 degrees in Ocala. And that's because that front is moving through portions of our area as we speak. As a matter of fact, our high is basically already gotten hit late this morning, even into noon, depending on where we are. But our highs have already basically been hit for the northern portions of our area. And for the rest of this afternoon, temperatures are going to be dropping. So, looking at our hour by hour forecast for Orlando here, you can see the temperatures will drop to right around the low 50s by the time we get to 1 o'clock, just in the next couple of hours. So this is the setup I'm talking about here. We have that cold front that is pushing through right now, scattered showers right behind it, and it's going to be sticking around for just about a few more hours. I think by the time we get to 3 or 4 o'clock, the shower activity should make its way on out of here. And as a result, we'll have some clear skies overnight and still plenty of sunshine for the day tomorrow. But of course, we're going to be left with some of those cold temperatures. And so I did mention earlier that we are going to have gusty winds. So there is, in fact, a wind advisory in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon. The winds are going to turn out of the northwest about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 35 to 45 miles per hour. So definitely going to want to wear your windbreaker in that case. This is what it's looking like right now. The front seems to be moving through the central portions of our area. Looks like it's 22 miles per hour for Leesburg, 24 in Orlando. Kissimmee still looking a bit lighter at 11 miles per hour. But that front is going to continue to push on through. The wind gusts will continue to pick up. Like I said before, about 35 to 45 miles per hour. At 2 o'clock, it looks like Cocoa Beach could be right around 36 miles per hour, Cape Canaveral 32 miles per hour. And then right as we get into the late afternoon, evening hours, the winds will start to dial back, which will line up with when the wind advisory is expected to expire at 5 o'clock. Now, we do have that freeze warning in effect, of course, or not in effect. It will be in effect later on tonight, and that is because temperatures are forecast to be below 32 degrees. So it's going to be very important to take care of your plants. If you have any crops out there, you want to make sure they are taken care of. So that'll be for late tonight and into tomorrow morning. And of course, this is the freeze and frost possibility. Right around 6 o'clock in the morning, this is what it looks like could be hitting us the hardest. We could have plenty of freezing spots, even some hard freeze right up there in the western portions of Marion County. As the sun comes up, though, and we start to warm up just a bit, that'll start to go away. But then it'll start to come back once again for Tuesday morning. We could have another shot for some more frost or freeze conditions for those for your crops. So please be careful about that. And of course, the combination of the cold temperatures and the wind, we're going to have cold weather advisory in effect for those wind chills. So the wind chills, basically, it's what it's going to feel like on our bodies. And the National Weather Service saying we could get anywhere from 24 to 30 degrees. So that's going to be very cold. And that's why that'll be issued starting at midnight and all the way through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just kind of breaking down what the wind chill factor is going to be looking like as we get into the overnight hours. So those feels like temperatures. If you're waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you're heading out the door, it's going to feel like 30 in Orlando, 25 in the villages, 36 in Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach. Uh, and as a matter of fact, Brevard County is the only county that is not under a freeze warning. And that is because temperatures will be more so in the mid 30s to near 40. But everybody else is still going to be in that freeze warning. All right. So, why do we care about the wind chill? Well, it's because uh, if it's calm, there's not really any wind. The heat on your body keeps us warm when you're wearing your clothes. But then when it's windy, that layer of heat gets pushed away. So it's going to feel a lot colder. And of course, you want to be able to protect your pipes and your home. You want to insulate exposed pipes with foam wrap, blankets, or towels. Make sure those indoor faucets and outdoor spigots drip, and even open those cabinet doors when plumbing is present. As a matter of fact, that can actually help keep it a little bit warmer based on when you have your heat going on inside the house. And what happens when there's cold water hitting those pipes? Well, eventually, um, it could cause the pipes in the exterior walls to freeze. And when the water expands when it's frozen. So eventually, those pipes can burst from the expansion. So you want to be careful about that. And some factors to consider: outside temperature, direct exposure to cold, and even north side exposure. Now, we're going to go ahead and look at what it's going to look like neighborhood by neighborhood for tomorrow morning. So, already by midnight for Coleman, we're going to be seeing temperatures about 27 degrees. 4 o'clock in the morning, it'll be 25 degrees. And even at 8, it'll still be 23 degrees. It's not going to be warming up into the 40s until right around noon. So, going to be definitely freezing for about 4 to 6 hours. For Daytona Beach, temperatures are going to be right around 38 at 2 o'clock in the morning, 35 at 6, and then back to the mid 40s at 10 o'clock in the morning. For Leesburg, we're going to be seeing temperatures right around 38 at midnight, 33 at 4, and 31 at 6 o'clock. We'll start to warm up into the 40s by the time we get to 10 o'clock in the morning. And then over in Ocala, the overnight lows very well could be hitting the mid and upper 20s. So it could be 30 degrees at 2 o'clock, 29 at 4, and 28 degrees for 6 o'clock. So it's going to be very cold there. And also for Orlando, we're going to be right around 39 at 2, 37 degrees at 6, and 45 degrees for 10 o'clock in the morning. Sanford, very similar story: 38 for 2 o'clock, 34 for 6, and 10 o'clock it'll be about 45 degrees. So 50s really won't be, the temperatures won't be bouncing back until right around the afternoon hours, right around the 50s. And overnight lows is just a general picture as we get into Tuesday morning. It's not just going to be Monday morning where we're going to be in the upper 20s and low 30s. Tuesday morning is still going to be fairly cold as well. It'll be about 39 in Orlando, 39 in Kissimmee, 35 in Leesburg, and 31 degrees in Ocala. Over around the Space Coast, though, it's significantly warmer. It'll be 49 in Cocoa Beach and Cape Canaveral, 48 in Melbourne, 48 degrees in Miko, 42 degrees for Titusville. Looking at your 7 day forecast, we're going to be about 70 degrees for your high today, although temperatures are quickly dropping now that that cold front is moving on through and it's bringing those windy conditions and about 50% chance for those scattered showers to be hitting our area. Overnight lows will be right around the 20s and the upper 20s and 30s as we wake up tomorrow morning, and a high is going to be about 58 degrees, although at least there will be plenty of sunshine. Overnight lows into Tuesday, it'll be 39 degrees. And then as we get into your afternoon on Tuesday, it'll be closer to the low and mid 60s. And by the time we get to Wednesday, temperatures will finally bounce back up into the 70s. We'll be at 73 for your high on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday. And then the warming trend seems to continue as we get into Friday and Saturday. We could also get another shot for some showers as we get into your Thursday. So, folks, I hope you make sure that you bundle up as we wake up tomorrow morning because it's going to be very cold. Make sure you protect your plants and your animals and just stay warm in general. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and leave you with the 7 day forecast. Have a good day.